After the Taliban administration in the country reversed its decision and closed down schools for girls in the country, the United States has now cancelled the scheduled Doha talks that were set to address key economic issues. The American move is a concrete sign that the decisions by the hardline Islamist rulers would directly impact international community's willingness to help the group. And the US State Department released a statement, and it says, and I quote, "Their decision was a deeply disappointing and inexplicable reversal of commitments to the Afghan people first and foremost, and also to the international community. We have cancelled some of our engagements, including planned meetings in Doha around the Doha Forum, and made clear that we see this decision as a potential turning point in our engagement." The decision has sparked anger among the women. And in a bid to condemn the Taliban's decision, about 24 women and girls marched on the streets of Kabul today. Outraged protesters chanted to open the schools as they called on the administrations who shut their schools only hours after reopening them this week. Women raised their voices to demand an end to oppression of the women of Afghanistan.
امروز جمع شدیم تا این درد مشترک را فریاد بزنیم و نگذاریم که یک نسل از حق تحصیل، حق آموزش، حق تعلیم محروم ساخته شود. هیچ نوع توجیه قانونی، شرعی، منطقی مبنی بر این که زن افغان، دختر افغان از تحصیل ممانعت شود یا
The Taliban, which seized power in August and is eager for international recognition this week, announced a U-turn on decisions to reopen schools for girls. It cited the school uniform for girls and said that it must be in accordance with Sharia law or Islamic law, and said that the ruling is still to be made on the uniforms that they wear. So schools have now been closed yet again until the Taliban can make up its mind. However, women protesters have spoken out against the move and said that education is their right under the Prophet's saying. The European Union, meanwhile, in a joint statement with Britain, America, Canada, said that the Taliban's decision will harm the group's prospects for legitimacy, while the UAE's envoy to the United Nations called it a profound setback.
Our message today is clear. All girls in Afghanistan should be able to get to school. This week, more than 1 million Afghan girls were getting ready to finally be able to return to school. Their hopes were dashed at the last minute at the school gates when they learned that their right to an education will continue to be denied through an arbitrary decision. The decision is a reversal of the commitments the Taliban themselves have made in recent weeks and months as part of the ongoing engagement with the international community. It is a profoundly disturbing setback.
UNESCO too has criticized the Taliban's decision and called it a major setback. The UNESCO chief took to social media and said that the access to education is a fundamental right. Girls must be allowed to return to school without further delay immediately. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.